U.S. stocks were trading mostly flat, approaching today's closing bell. This as investors reacted positively to the minutes of the Federal Reserve's last meeting, which allowed the big board to pare some of its earlier losses today. Now, for the most part, the Dow Jones got off to quite the slow start as investors were still worried that Europe's debt crisis may continue to spread, with Italy now on the radar, which just happens to be Europe's third largest economy. Also adding to the rough start in economic reports, the trade deficit for the month of May unexpectedly widened to a total of $50.23 billion. However, stocks did pare their earlier losses later in the afternoon following the release of the Federal Reserve's minutes in its last meeting, which did indicate that policymakers have considered the possibility of a third round of economic stimulus during that last meeting, which took place between June 20th and June 21st. And of the 2.4 billion shares trading today at the New York Stock Exchange, roughly 42% of them were in positive territory and 57% on the downside. Now, taking a look to see how the Dow Jones has closed out today's trading session, it is on the downside 58.88 points to settle in at 12,446.88. Now, in a breakdown of today's major market movers, we first take a look at shares of Radiant Technologies, which surged more than 30%. This on news that the developer of retailing technology products has agreed to be acquired by the NCR Corp for roughly $1.2 billion in cash. Infosys Technology saw its stock slump more than 5% today. This after the Indian outsourcing software company reported lower than expected results. Now, MBI Incorporated did rise a total of 8.5%. This after the company agreed to dismiss a lawsuit against Merrill Lynch, and shares of Microchip Technology Incorporated fell more than 12% today. This after the chip maker said that it expected lower quarterly revenue and income, this due mostly in part from weakening demand from car services.